Today is day 9 of our read aloud of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. And last time we read in day 8, the Heffleys arrived at the country fair. So we will be starting on page 86 for day number 9. We were getting kind of hungry anyway, so we went looking for something to eat. They had corn dogs and fried dough and all the stuff you'd expect at a big fair. But then they had crazy things like deep fried butter on a stick. I was actually glad Mom was still in the van because I was pretty sure that kind of thing didn't qualify as real food in her book. There's the butter on a stick stand. After about an hour of walking the fairgrounds, Dad went back to the car to see if Manny was awake yet, and he told me and Roger to go explore on our own. The two of us wandered around for a while until we came across a tent where there was something big going on. It was a foulest footwear contest, and they were offering a prize for whoever had the nastiest shoe. There was a big line of people ready to submit their entries. I told Roderick he should enter because if anyone deserved to win this thing, it was him. While we were in line, me and Roderick got in an argument over who would get to keep the prize. I said we should split it 50-50 because it was my idea, but he said he should get the whole thing because it was his shoe and he was the one who made it stink. Right before we got to the judging table, we reached a compromise where I'd get 10% of the prize as Roderick's agent. Some of the other shoes looked a lot worse than Roderick's, and I was losing confidence that he'd win. But when the judges got to the smell test, it was all over. Roderick won first prize, which turned out to be a coupon for one deep fried butter on a stick. I told Roderick he could have it all to himself because the thought of eating any more butter made me feel a little nauseous. Roderick asked the judges for his shoe back, but they said they were going to send it on to the national competition. So that left Roderick walking around with only one shoe. I decided to explore the nearby stalls while Roderick was polishing off his stick of fried butter. But I had a seriously close call when I turned a corner and almost ran smack into the entire Beardo family. Luckily, I was able to duck for cover just in time. Now that I knew the Beardos were on the fairgrounds, I was eager to get out of there. I went to look for Roderick, but he must have gone back to the van. I decided to head there myself, but on my way out, I spotted the top of Mom's head in a crowd under one of the livestock tents. People were packed shoulder to shoulder, and I tried pushing my way through to get to where Mom was. But when I finally got halfway in, a big cheer went up. Hooray! When I finally made it up to the front, I was surprised to see Manny standing in the middle of the crowd holding a piece of paper. The prize for guessing the hog's weight was a real live baby pig. Look at his prize. Look at Mom's face. I don't know if she likes this idea. Mom explained to the judge that they just entered the contest for fun and they didn't actually want the pig. But the people in the crowd seemed kind of insulted and wouldn't take no for an answer. With all the commotion this was causing, I was nervous the Beardo family was going to come over to the livestock tent to see what was going on. Luckily by then, Mom seemed ready to get out of there herself, and we made our way to the exit. Dad was sitting in the van with the air conditioning cranked up, and when he saw Mom carrying a pig, he was a little taken by surprise. Mom filled Dad in on how Manny won the pig in the contest, but he didn't seem too thrilled with the news. Dad said we had no business owning a pig and that we needed to take it back to the fair immediately. But Mom said it was too late because the pig had already imprinted on Manny. Aww. Dad still wasn't on board, though he said a pig is a barn animal and could be carrying all sorts of parasites and whatnot. But Mom said a lot of people keep pigs as pets, and she'd heard they're just as smart as dogs. Then Roger got in on the conversation. He voted for keeping the pig because he said we could get free bacon from it every morning, the way you get eggs from a chicken. So either he doesn't understand how pigs work, or he just wasn't thinking it all the way through. I was all in favor of keeping the pig if it meant we could hurry up and get going. I noticed a purple van parked a few spaces away from ours, and I was nervous the Beardos would show up any second. Dad finally caved in. He said if we were going to keep the pig, it would have to ride in the boat. But Mom said that putting the pig in the boat was inhumane and that we needed to find a place for it in the van. The thing is, there wasn't anywhere to put the pig in the van. We couldn't just let it roam free, and we couldn't exactly strap it in with the seatbelt either. So Mom emptied out the cooler and put the pig in there. Once that was settled, we finally pulled out of the parking lot. After we put a few miles between us and the fair, I could finally breathe again. But the pig started causing trouble right away. By the time we got back on the highway, it had tipped over the cooler and was rooting around in one of the mommy meal bags, because pigs like to eat. I had to wrangle the pig back into the cooler, and this time I strapped a seatbelt across it so it wouldn't tip over. Mom figured the pig was hungry, so she said we needed to stop and get it some food. Her idea was for us to go to a restaurant and then give the pig our leftovers. That sounded like a good deal to me, since it meant we'd actually get to have a sit-down dinner. So we'll stop right there for day number 9. And then tomorrow we'll pick up on page number 98 when the Heffleys go out to dinner.